of Yasin Malik and petitioned the British Parliament to intervene in his case on the basis that he was not afforded a fair trial contravening Article 10 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states that everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and contravening India's own constitution. Mr. Malik was sentenced to 2 life sentences on 25th May 2022, following his arrest in Srinagar on 22nd February 2019. The 56-year-old Kashmiri liberation leader has campaigned for a peaceful transition to freedom for Kashmir as per United Nations resolutions in Kashmir, following the footsteps of Mohammad Gandhi. Yasin Malik was arrested and taken to Jammu jail, charged with fabricated offences. He was then transferred to Tihar jail on 7th May 2019 on the outskirts of Delhi, where he was kept in inhumane condition. He was arrested on a contrived offence by the Indian government under the Public Safety Act (PSA), which the United Nations has repeatedly stated contravenes international human rights law. The final charge sheet against Yasin Malik, heard by the Special Additional Session Judge under the auspices of the National Investigation Agency on 25th May 2022, consisted of 1. Punishment of criminal conspiracy charges, 2. Unlawful Activities Prevention Act (UAPA), and 3rd, sedition. Yasin Malik was not given the right nor the opportunity to fair trial, contravening international and India's own human rights law. He was on trial via video TV link, where he was prevented from hearing the arguments of the prosecution lawyers as they muted themselves. He had no lawyer to represent him and was prevented from speaking himself. He repeatedly protested that the proceedings against him are unfair and biased against him. Fundamentally contrary to media reports, he never entered a guilty plea in his trial. This final sentence of 2 life imprisonment meted out on 25th, 2022 under PSA and UAPA are openly violating the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Geneva Convention, and the Constitution of India 1950. India is still using these colonial detention laws from 1860, especially the law of sedition under Penal Code 121 and 124, which have been abolished in the UK in 1967. Yasin Malik did not admit, did not confess, and did not plead guilty to the false charges leveled against him. Yasin Malik's case is a further illustration of India violating all international conventions of human rights. In addition, whilst in detention, Yasin Malik has not been allowed to see his wife, Mashal Hussain Malik, and 10-year-old daughter, Razia Sultana, since 1st September 2014. You can imagine it's more than 7 years that he is denied to meet his wife and his daughter. Under the auspices of human rights and international law, we call on the British government to raise Yasin Malik's unfair trial with the Indian government in order to have his case retried, ensuring that Mr. Malik is offered a fair trial, including his choice of legal counsel and his ability to appear in person in the court with his team to argue his trial. Call for Yasin Malik's immediate medical aid and removal from solitary confinement. Number 3, put diplomatic pressure on the Indian government to release Mr. Malik on bail while his new trial is arranged.
Agree a process because obviously this is a petition that we want to present to the British government, and so we need to make sure that we're following all the correct procedures around that, so it has a legal status and the government has to respond, because as we know, it has been difficult to get responses from the government on this particular and other issues. You remember last year we talked about Pervez, who has also been arrested, and we don't know exactly what's happening with him either.